Welcome to day 17. I hope you have been completing for last 16 days. So congratulations, you are going to complete your fifth asterisk. That is our fifth flat line of our sequence rule. So keep an eye and don't let it go. So it's like hard pain you have been giving from last 16, 17 days. So let's complete this challenge and combat the spirit and all the things. So it's going to be fully transformation. So just keep it up and now whatever the things still we have discussed. So you have to keep in mind and there is something a one line solution. So it's a lot of willpower other stuff including into it, and it's like a lifestyle. So it have to from the wake up to going to bed you have to keep tracking and keep focus, and you have to notice all the things and you have to incorporate it in your day-to-day work, your daily routine, your rituals, your work, your job, and all the things. So combinedly it will give you the result of bigger impact. So let's start it. So today is the second part of our trigger video. So yesterday we have just discussed about how trigger comes, and the situations where trigger arises, like five conditions we have discussed, and the trigger leads to urge, or how we get noted that yeah, this is the urge. So body cramp and sexual thoughts and very hard boner, it's like the compulsion to just masturbate. So keep in mind on that. So let's start tomorrow. So it's going to be more execution part from yesterday. So we will going to discuss in a very depth about the trigger and controlling urge, and how can you get out from the digital and all the things. So today we are going to discuss about this. So no urge means no porn, means how much you get trigger, so that much urge will be created, and as much urge you have, the tendency to watch the porn is much more, and as you watch much porn, then the frequency of doing the masturbation is increased. So this is all the aligned and related to each other. So if you able to control the urge, then you will automatically it get the reduce the watching and doing the porn frequency as well. So as it is said, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different result, so definitely it's not going to happen. If you are doing the same thing again and again and you are thinking drastically, so no, from today I just take the challenge and yesterday you will get the things and see the changes. So it's not going to be happen like that. So you have to be keep in mind, and you have to change bit by bit later on, daily. So that will be give you the a full pot of water, or that concept. So just no urge means you have to, if you are able to control the trigger, eliminate the control and eliminate the trigger, then automatically your watching duration of the porn will be reduced, and then finally masturbation will be reduced. So what you have to do, you have to just be curious. What curious means, not watching the porn, but curious about why you have trying you have started this NoFap and why you have taken this challenge. So just try to visualize the things, and till then you are doing from a long time, or even from 10 years or 6 years might be. So you just try it. If you are doing for 21 days, then what is going to happen after 1 month, what is going to happen 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, or for 165 for 1 years, and thousands. There are so many people also now following the study from last 1000 day, or 2 or 3 years. So you have to incorporate it in your lifestyle, and you have to see the result. Either it's you are going to benefit it, and there is a significant result, there is a change in your health, wealth, and all the area of. So if you are getting the result, then definitely you should to do. Otherwise, you just quit. There is nothing to worry. And also, we have in yesterday video we discussed. So if you are able to control 90 days, you are doing the journaling, you are also, we have to discuss about the truth journaling. So you see, if there is a 90 days gap of your watching porn and masturbation, so if it's okay, there is nothing to do. You are all free. It's not any kind of addiction or something. So it's not a problematic at all. But if it is not that much gap of time, even for 1 month, so you have to take the action. So moving to the next part. So what you have to do? So we are saying, but you have to take the action. So IER means identify, means you have to first identify the trigger, then you have to eliminate, means you have to eliminate that things, because if the trigger is still, then you will get the urge. So you have to eliminate, then finally you have to replace. Exactly, means you have to identify, then eliminate, then replace, means it's like the habit. So again it will come to you, and whenever the situation becomes like that, so automatically it will overpower you. So you have to replace this habit with another habit, so it will be more easier to combat the things. So you have to keep in mind. So totally eliminating is also suppressing yourself, means suppressing means it will come like a blast out. You are unable to hold without doing for a long time. So if you are following the NoFap for a long time, then it's okay, you can eliminate completely, but you have to replace your habit, because when you diverted your mindset, diverted your mind concentration, all the energy, so automatically it will get shifted to another habit. So what does it mean by identify the trigger? So we have discussed 5 categories. So location, time, emotional state, or immediate preceding action, and we have to consider here. So all these 5 categories are lead by some sense of our organs, sight, hearing, smell, touch, and taste. So by these sense of our organs, it leads some it giving some input to might be based location, based time, based location. We will take the example in bathroom. So by just touch means touching your body, or the private, but it will give your turn on the trigger, and finally you do the course of action. So these kind of things happening, and these 5 things and these 5 things, it can be any set of combination. So you have to recognize the things whatever the happening. So you have to find the levels, means where the things happening. And if you are doing the journaling from last 15 or 17 days, then you have to able to find out the where the things happening, or whatever your action behavior, whatever the region happening around your the course of action. So what you have to do, you have to just based on the category and you are based of the sense of organs. So you just make a table and write down like that. So for each location, time, emotional state, and proceeding. So you have to do one thing, like you have to categorize. Either it is happening due to the sight or hearing, a smell or touch. So you have to just fill this matrix, and you will able to find out whatever the means most probable trigger might be. So just find out the trigger, then we will come to the another part, eliminating. So it's okay, you have find out the trigger and find out the things or cue by which you are getting turned on. So eliminating it consists five things we will going to discuss. Means for eliminating you have to find out the reason, means why and what and how, means why you have started this challenge, whatever the reason behind this trigger, and how it can be removed. So you have to find out a depth analysis. So for that you have to do the research. So research can be done by with any asking to the people, book or podcast or any kind of blog or something. So you just get some research type of things, or you, whoever the following for the last few months or few years, no, or like in this genre. So you just get the connected with them and try to find out the authentic result. Now research, you have done the research, what are the things and what might be the solution. So you have to do the repetition means like you have to take a small steps, means you have to take the initiative and you have to set the big priority means like again we are taking shower, so you have just take a small task, like you will no don't do, close the door. So but you have to give the like a big priority, means whenever you are doing the closing the door so cautiously, means you are going to like doing the that course of action. So you have to keep in mind, and not doing the you have to take the tiny step, smaller steps. So it will give you the repetition, means again it will now you can connect with the auto suggestion. So responsibility, we have already discussed about the accountability. So must have to you share with your accountability partner, anyone, you have to give the feedback and be responsive to them. So the responsible feedback makes you the things work into the cycle, means whenever you are not in loop or you are not doing the journaling, so it is not going to be effective that much. So you have to be accountable for your accountability as well. Reward, so reward is like whenever you are doing the that means after each flat line or each asterisk, you have to reward yourself, means you are like replacing your habit with something which is going to lead you more happiness or something. So the reward means you are replacing your trigger with some other habit, isn't it? So what you can do, so same again doing same thing, though no, it's not going to giving you a different result. So you have to do the different things for different perspectives. So get rid of a habit, you have to get into a habit. So for any habit you want to get rid of it, so you have to be get into the habit, means you have to develop a tiny habit, then keep in replacing that thing. So by that you can able to get rid of it. So form a tiny habit means just take a small action and keep in mind simultaneously you have to follow all the things we have discussed, like sequence of golden rule, suggestion and accountability. So this is all about the IER concept. So you have to first identify, then you have to eliminate, and then you have to replace with some habit. So how you can getting the replace, it might be like some music or some dancing or any kind of things we are interesting or hobby. So just try it out, and further video we will going to discuss in very detail.